For teenagers that have been enrolled in high school within the past 5 years, participating in a gap year program is not something that is out of the ordinary to consider. It gives students the opportunity to immerse themselves in a foreign culture, assist in volunteer work, and acquire many life skills that may not have been developed until later in their life. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, a gap year program is defined as a year that is spent traveling, working, or participating in volunteer work. I personally graduated high school a semester early and traveled to Western Europe, teaching English to children of other native languages. Although I did not participate in a year-long program, I learned many life skills that I may not have learned until later in life. I also developed interest during that period of time and also was able to affirm the many gifts and interests that I had in possibly pursuing a career in education. Gap year programs have become an increasingly more option for post-high school choices for students within the United States. The benefits of a program that purposefully places you in an unfamiliar environment and places you with a multitude of resources has been proven to develop students' interests and work ethic in a way that contributes to a higher GPA, campus involvement, and preparedness for college once the year is completed. For many teenagers across America, their junior year of high school often becomes the year that they start preparing for college. They take the SAT, the ACT, they take AP classes in order to present themselves as a studious individual, as well as participating in campus organizations and athletics. During that stage, most students are barely 16 or 17 years old, and administrators and parents set high expectations for the students to make these big life-altering decisions, considering the next 4 years of their life, which is often not something that many students that are 16 or 17 years old are prepared for. According to the Global Gap Year Fellowship, universities such as Harvard and the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill have been giving high school students the ability to apply to the school, but then defer their admission for a year so they can participate in these programs. And there's other organizations like Thinking Beyond Borders, which state that their programs are specifically designed for students who are passionate about learning and are eager to create meaningful and social change within the world. So it's a year that they're dedicating to volunteer work, making a change within the world wherever they're placed before they go into school. But in order for them to participate in that year-long program, they have to be willing to go to college right when that is done, so it does not delay that time. Throughout the participation in a gap year program, teenagers have the ability to learn more about themselves and develop talents and skills that they may not have known that they had. With the way education is within the United States, schools have very hands-off curriculum, and educators are less creative within the classroom as a result of the strict guidelines that are given to them by school administrators and the state. As a result of that, students have been focused on studying and briefly learning the material just to pass the test, rather than learning how to apply that material to real life situations. With the stress of attempting to pass classes and be active in certain clubs and organizations and athletics for the sake of a college acceptance letter, students are less likely to explore the areas that they're passionate about. Providing these students with the opportunity to have a year of no schoolwork is one of the most appealing things to the students, but they don't realize how much they will learn from the hands-off work that they do through the learning of a full cultural immersion experience. Once a teenager has completed their gap year experience, they will be more confident, knowledgeable, and serious about their college decision and choice of study. After spending an entire year away from your family, your friends, and a comfortable environment, a student returns from the gap year experience being ready for college, excited, and very confident in their ability to go to school and study hard. According to the American Gap Association, 90% of students are eager to return to school within the first year of returning from their experience. And they also state that gap year participants are more likely to attend university than their peers. Throughout the year, students will develop or shift their interest in what they would like to study at the university level. And upon completion, students seem to be more satisfied and more passionate about their education. According to a U.S. News article, 8 Things You Need to Know About a Gap Year, a student used his gap year research and invented an environmentally friendly scooter that earned him an acceptance to MIT, which he originally was denied from. But after he reapplied from having that gap year and created this amazing invention, MIT gave him acceptance to the school. So he dedicated his whole year to research, studying, and engineering. And that's just one of the many opportunities that you can have in a gap year Other opportunities include language immersion, cultural immersion, fine arts, working, or interning. So overall, a gap year programs have been found to decrease the college stress for students entering into their first year because they feel that they have matured and are ready to pursue a degree in a field that they're passionate about. These students maintain high GPAs throughout their college career and are even more involved with clubs and organizations on campus that reflect their interest. With the stress that is put on high school juniors and seniors to prepare and test well on standardized tests, the college admission tests, when they might not be certain what they really want to do, a year exploring numerous opportunities is a way for them to grow and develop an interest. Madison Walling, an alumni of Thinking Beyond Borders, stated that her year was exciting, supportive, and transformational. As teachers and administrators, I urge you to explore this post-high school option of a gap year program along with your students and present this idea to students who might not be certain about their plan for the next 4 years after high school. Thank you.